It's saved. And you know, last week, gosh, and you know what? I guess it was last week, February 1st. We did the Bija mantra chanting with my teachers that are over in the Netherlands. And when they started class, we kind of moved in a circle, just like we've done before, and just made smaller and smaller and smaller circles until we were no longer moving, and then dropped in. Yeah, and that's our center. So I think let's start our class like that tonight, just kind of ushering in this time to restore and to renew and to give ourselves the nourishment that we're here for. So whenever you're ready, blanket over the legs is always cozy. Whenever you feel led, just leading that heart forward, and maybe you circle counterclockwise or clockwise, but moving in large circles forward and back with the torso. And maybe slowly creating smaller circles, as if you were spiraling towards center. Moving slowly, smaller and smaller circles. And then maybe your circle gets so small that you're no longer moving. And let's drop into that unmoving. Let's allow that to be our center. Let's feel the breath rise up from that center, that base, wherever we're seated, filling the front of the body with breath. And exhale, maybe down the back of the body, or maybe we exhale just down the front. Let's inhale and exhale, arriving in this sacred space. Maybe our next exhale, we relax the eyes, relax the jaw, relax the palms of the hands and the elbows. Then let's draw our awareness to the word serenity. Calling on serenity, our practice. Allow serenity to fill your heart space. On your next exhale, bring hands in front of that heart space. Imagine your hands filling with serenity. And let's inhale, draw those hands just up above the head, bringing that serenity over the crown of the head. And then we'll exhale, floating the hands down. Just imagine our hands letting go of serenity to fill our entire space, surrounding us in serenity, above the head, to the sides, and in front and behind. Just pausing with the hands, either palms to the sky or to the earth. Just filling up. And then exhale, bring the hands back to our heart space. And let's usher in our practice with the words Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Shanti means peace. We usually close our classes with that timeless mantra. Let's open our class with that tonight as well. So let's exhale together. And inhale. Exhale. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om. And now with as little effort as possible, as if you're moving through a dream or as if you're in a deep meditation, but your body is moving. You can gently open the eyes, maybe wiggle the fingers and move the hands, move those wrists. It's coming into our space and begin our physical practice tonight, our beautiful restorative. And since we all have blocks, let's bring our blocks. So this long side is parallel with the short edge of the mat. Or if you're not on a yoga mat, just bring that so the small edge is out, and we'll bring our bolster to rest on that. So we're creating a recliner. And then we're going to bring the base of the tailbone just to the bottom of that bolster, kind of as close as you want, as close as you can. Have your blankets nearby, because once we lie down, we're going to cover ourselves with our blanket. So reclining back onto the bolster. And you know, sometimes it's nice if you have an extra blanket nearby, to make a little roll and place it on that bolster and have that roll for your neck. Sometimes that's nice. It might not be necessary, and a towel will also work for that, just for future reference. But we'll recline back onto the bolster. And then with our legs, maybe the feet are mat distance apart and the knees come together. You can send your legs long. And then you also bring your feet into butterfly. You know, and they don't even have to be in butterfly. You can have one foot in front of the other, but kind of have those legs, the knees out to the side. So just let yourself just discover how you want to lie back and relax tonight. In our restorative yoga, we really don't want to feel anything. It's to be as passive and effortless as possible. Yeah, beautiful guys, those eye pillows. Bringing our awareness inward. And then scanning the body from the toes to the head. And maybe noticing if there's anywhere could just loosen up a little bit, maybe just by letting go of effort. There might be some places that are tight, that we can't really loosen right now, but sometimes there's places that we're actively holding. And just let go. Serenity is tranquility of spirit. It is an abiding sense of trust and faith that all is well. Serenity is tranquility of spirit. It is an abiding sense of trust and faith that all is well. We're bringing that into our space tonight. Just feeling that serenity, that tranquility of spirit, that abiding sense of trust and faith that all is well, letting it fill our energetic field tonight. Let your next in-breath fill you with tranquility. And the out-breath just lets it be so. And let it be so. If your mind wanders, perhaps bring your mind to an image of serenity. When you think of serenity, what do you picture? Maybe it's a night sky, maybe it's a mountain lake. Allow yourself to just be. If your mind is active, just bring it back to an image of serenity. And feel that serenity in your space. Allow your eyes to rest in the back of your head. Allow the sides of your neck to relax. With every breath, embodying serenity. There's nothing to do, nothing to change. We just rest. And that serenity just comes to us. As we visualize serenity and as we invite it into our space, every cell in our body responds to that. Every cell in our body is serene. If your legs are in butterfly, send your legs straight, and if your legs are already straight, just allow them to be straight. Now we'll inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Another inhale. And then our exhale, maybe we bring our feet to the floor, our knees to the sky. And just gently drop the knees to one side. And then drop them over to the other side. Just kind of moving that low back just a little bit. Just back and forth. And now when you're ready, just gently pressing up off of the bolster. You can even just roll over to one side and kind of press up. And then from here, we're just going to bring our legs onto that bolster and our back to the floor. So you can just kind of swing around. Now, if you have a strap, you don't have to have one. If you have one, sometimes it's kind of nice to bring a big loop into the strap and to wrap that around the legs. And the reason is that, and like I said, you don't have to have the strap, but if you do, make a loop And then get it nice and tight on those legs, and then swing the legs onto the bolster. And what that allows you to do is it allows those feet to really kind of fall out to the side, and your bolster and your legs are going to fall off the bolster. So that's just kind of an added element of effortlessness that you can bring into this shape. If you don't have a strap, or if you feel like you don't want to make a loop or get that figured out, then just swing those legs in the bolster. You cover the legs with a blanket, and then gently lower onto the back body. Back body coming into contact with the floor. Knowing that there's no rush to get there. And whenever you get there, it's just fine. You might want a pillow under your head. Maybe your head is on the ground, wherever. Just gonna just make this as cozy and effortless as can be. And then just drop into the serene shape. Feel your back body on the floor. Feel the effortlessness in the legs. And then allow that serenity, the energy and resonance of serenity to fill your space. If that's too conceptual, or if your mind is having a little bit of a challenge in settling down, just bring that image to mind. The image of serenity. Just allow that serenity to fill every cell of your being. In the midst of trials, we are accepting and resilient. We go with the flow. We practice stillness, reflection, and mindfulness. Our serenity allows us to do that. We cultivate that serenity right now. In the midst of trials, we are accepting and resilient. We go with the flow. We practice stillness, reflection, and mindfulness. Allow that stillness to fill our being right now. If your mind wanders, just bring it back to that image that is serene to you. Notice if you're hunching your shoulders, or if you're curling your toes, let your feet relax, your hips relax, your shoulders, your stomach, your low belly, let everything relax. You might notice as you sink deeper into relaxation, perhaps you feel the need to sigh. Maybe your breath just stays the same or it gets slower. Just allow yourself to process into this relaxation and listen to your body and its cues. Just letting go. On your next inhale, bringing awareness to your shoulders, the backs of the shoulders. Exhale, relax. Inhale, draw awareness to your hips. Exhale to release tension or holding from your hips, your low back. And then inhale to draw awareness to your ankles and feet. Exhale, letting go of any effort. And then a breath to draw in to bring awareness to the entire front of the body. And exhale, let the back of the body sink into the bolster and the floor. Then when you're ready, we'll just slowly, as if moving through that dream or moving in a deep meditation, just kind of bring those feet to the bolster so you can gently remove that strap. So just begin by loosening that strap just enough to then just slip it over the legs and off. And just set it off to the side. Now remaining where you are, or you might actually need to move a little bit. I can just kind of kick my bolster around with my foot. Bring that bolster off the block and bring it to your side. And then once you get that bolster to the side, as effortlessly as you can, they're big and heavy. So whatever side it's next to you, let that leg next to the bolster be long. And then we'll draw the opposite knee into the chest and let's hug it in and kind of rock side to side just a little bit to massage that low back. Yeah. And maybe let out a breath. Really nice job, you guys. Now again, keep that leg long, sending it long. And then that knee that's on the opposite side, bring it across the body and rest it on the bolster. Now you can just keep your shoulders kind of towards the ground. For some people, they like to just stack their shoulders and just kind of lay on their side. So it's really not much of a twist. It's kind of more just a leg and a bolster. It's about effortlessness and serenity. So whatever is going to feel effortless to you, find that shape. And let that bolster kind of be that gentle little message, like you're supported right now. Drop into this shape by perhaps noticing the knee on the bolster. Maybe the inner thigh and the inner calf and that ankle on the bolster, kind of anchoring down. Let your foot relax. Let your back, even though it might be in a little twist, see if it can be effortless. Serenity gives us lucidity of thought and allows us to detach from strong emotions that can cloud our judgment. So feel yourself in this moment being filled with that serenity and feeling that detachment of strong emotions. As we drop into lucidity of thought, just dropping in right now, every cell being stamped with that image that's serene. Every cell in our body communicating and replicating serenity. Try to relax your face, the inside of your mouth, maybe by relaxing the tongue from the roof of the mouth, letting it rest. On your next breath in, pause at the top of the inhale, and then let the breath out. And then draw in your inhale, pausing at the top. And exhale, let the breath go. One more breath in. Exhale, let the breath go. Now, as effortlessly, as serenely as possible, we'll come into this shape on the other side. So you can just bring yourself to your back. Maybe you pause there. Maybe you hug the knees into the chest. So anything you want to do in the transition, bring it into your space, into your practice, and then you'll just move the bolster to the other side. And whenever you get there is fine. Giving yourself any shape in the transition. You know your body better than anybody else. So see if it physically needs a certain shape. Maybe it emotionally or spiritually needs a shape right now. So without a rush, just finding yourself with the other knee on the bolster. Leg that was just bent is now straight. That eye pillow making its way over those eyes at any time. Maybe just for a moment, noticing how it feels to know that there's no right or wrong, there's no effort that needs to be made, that just being is exactly what you're to do. To do nothing is what you are to do. Just take that in. Then allow yourself to drop into that serenity, that lucidity of thought, that abiding sense of trust and faith. We do not allow worry or fear to throw us off balance. We cultivate peaceful presence. We are able to be the calm in the wind. We do not allow worry or fear to throw us off balance. We cultivate peaceful presence. We are able to be the calm in the wind. Really nice job, you guys. This practice of serenity every cell in your body is radiating with serenity. If your mind wanders, you can bring in that visualization of what serenity is to you. Our next restorative shape is our shavasana. So I think we're all familiar with that. And so whenever you're ready to come into your final shape, just go ahead and do so. And you're welcome to stay where you are for a longer if you'd like. You can come into any shapes between now and your shavasana. Maybe just reminding yourself that there's nowhere you need to go and there's nothing you need to do. That you are exactly where you're supposed to be. Maybe scanning your body when you get to Shavasana. And as you scan, just visually seeing serenity in those cells in every area of your body. It's allowing the back of your body to rest on the floor. Letting the shoulder blades relax. Letting the hips relax. Letting the backs of the legs relax, the heels relax, letting every part of that back body rest on the floor and relax. Letting the feet fall out, or maybe the feet fall in. Letting your palms fall towards the sky, or maybe the palms fall down. Just letting everything relax. Everything becomes a little less effortless. If you'd like to remain in Shavasana, you can remain just relaxed and resting in stillness on your back body. Or if you'd like to close with some alternate nostril breathing, you can slowly, gently make your way to a seated position. And there's no rush. And you don't even have to do pranayama at the end. It's just an option. You can remain seated or remain in Shavasana. So once you're seated, maybe giving yourself a moment to just recalibrate to this upright position. We can close together with 6 rounds of our Nadi Shodhana. That's just our alternate nostril breathing, where we'll inhale for 6 through the left and exhale out the right, and inhale for 6 on the right and exhale out the left. We'll find our Vishnu Mudra with our right hand, so our index and middle finger can fold down, or you can place the index and middle on the third eye. Some people like to rest on there, and sometimes I do. There's no better, or there's no right or wrong. So whatever is comfortable. And then your left hand is in your Yana Mudra, your thumb and index together, and those 3 are out, like you're giving someone the okay. Yeah? So with our thumb, let's close that right nostril, and we'll inhale on the left for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Close left, exhale right for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale on that same side for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Close right, exhale left for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale left for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale right for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale right for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Close right, exhale left for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale left for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Close left, exhale right for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last time, inhale right. Close right, exhale left. And lower your right hand to your lap, to your knee. And close the eyes if that feels right. Serenity is tranquility of spirit. It is an abiding sense of trust and faith that all is well. In the midst of trials, we are accepting and resilient. We go with the flow. We practice stillness, reflection, and mindfulness. Serenity gives us lucidity of thought and allows us to detach from strong emotions that can cloud our judgment. We do not allow worry or fear to throw us off balance. We cultivate peaceful presence. We are able to be the calm in the wind. Let's exhale and inhale. Exhale. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om. Namaste.